My name is Margaret Lewis. I'm 59 years old, and for the past 8 years I've lived alone in a small cottage on the quiet outskirts of Brighton. My husband passed away long ago, and since then, the walls of this house have been my only company. I have just one son, Andrew. He moved to Canada many years back. He has a beautiful family there, his wife, 2 cheerful kids, a big house, a stable job, and a life full of comfort. He is happy, but I remain here alone. Every morning, I wake up before sunrise. I sweep the floors, cook simple meals for myself, and spend the evenings watching the empty street from my window. Nobody visits. Andrew rarely calls. Sometimes he sends money. Sometimes he promises, "Mom, I'll come soon," but the days pass and he never arrives. Yet I keep waiting, because no matter what, he is my child. I keep his childhood photographs on my bedside table. Every night, I look at them before I sleep. One afternoon, while I was knitting by the fireplace, someone knocked on my door. When I opened it, my breath stopped. It was Andrew. My Andrew, standing right there. I stared at him, unable to believe it. "You really came?" I whispered. He smiled, looking fresh and cheerful, and hugged me tightly. My eyes overflowed with tears. I brought him inside and made tea. We talked for hours. I asked about his wife, Emily, and the children. He said they were all fine. Then I asked gently, "Why did you come, Andrew?" He looked down for a moment and said, "Mom, I've been thinking a lot. You're alone here. I worry about you. I want you to come with me to Canada." I didn't speak. He continued, "You're getting older, Mom. It's not safe for you to stay alone. I want to take care of you. You'll have your own room, your own space. You can be with the kids every day. Emily also wants you there." That night, I couldn't sleep. My entire life was in this house. My birth, my marriage, my memories of my husband. Could I really leave all that behind? The next morning, Andrew came to me with a hopeful smile. "Mom," he said, "we should sell this place. You won't need it anymore. You'll be living with us. You can use the money to start fresh." I looked at him, and he smiled the same smile he had as a boy. I wanted to believe he loved me more than anything. So I nodded. I sold the house. Andrew took all the money. I packed a small suitcase, and together we went to the airport. My heart was heavy, but I told myself I would be happy with my son. At the airport, he said, "Mom, stay here. I'll get a wheelchair for you. It's a long walk." I sat on a bench while he walked away. 5 minutes passed, then 10. I waited calmly. After half an hour, my hand began to shake. I kept my eyes fixed on every man who walked the crowd, hoping to see my son's face. But he didn't return. After an hour, fear crept into my bones. A police officer noticed me trembling. He approached gently. "Ma'am, are you waiting for someone?" "Yes," I replied. "My son. He wanted to get a wheelchair. We're flying to Canada." The officer asked to see Andrew's photo and my ticket. I handed them over. He nodded and said, "Please wait here. I'll check." He left. I prayed silently. When he returned, his expression told me everything before he spoke. He sat beside me and said softly, "Ma'am, your son boarded the flight. He left alone. The plane has already taken off." I felt the world crumble around me. "No," I whispered. "He wouldn't do that. He told me he loved me. He told me he was taking me with him." The officer's voice trembled. "I'm very sorry." I saw it myself. Tears rolled down my face uncontrollably. The officer, David Carter, looked as though he, too, was holding back pain. "My mother passed away 5 years ago," he said. "Looking at you, it reminds me of her." I tried to wipe my tears, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. "Please don't stay here alone," David said gently. "Come with me. My wife is kind. She'll take care of you." "I don't want to trouble anyone," I murmured. "It's not trouble," he said. "It's kindness." He called his wife, Grace, and asked if I could stay with them. I could hear her warm voice on the phone. "Of course. Bring her home." That night, I slept in their guest room. Grace brought me warm soup, spoke to me with tenderness, and treated me like I mattered. I cried silently. I missed Andrew. I missed my home. But these strangers gave me what my own child could not: love. The next morning, David received a call. He stepped away to answer it. His voice was low, serious. When he returned, I asked, "Is everything all right?" He nodded with a faint smile. "Yes, everything's fine." But his eyes carried a truth he would never tell me. What I did not know was that the plane Andrew boarded had crashed. There were no survivors. Andrew was gone. David couldn't bring himself to tell me. He knew I still prayed for my son every night. He didn't want to break the last piece of hope I held. Days turned into weeks. I slowly became part of David and Grace's home. He took me to the doctor, bought my medicines, helped me in every way. Grace treated me with the affection of a daughter. Their home became a place where silence didn't hurt anymore. I prayed daily for Andrew's soul, for the grandchildren I would never meet, and for every mother who waited for a child who no longer cared. One day, David asked, "Do you ever think about returning to your old house?" I smiled softly. "I already lost that house," I said, "but I found a home here." Andrew vanished from my life, but in return, I found the son I truly deserved. What would you do if you were in Margaret's place? Tell me in the comments. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.